What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. So we're going to watch this absolutely fascinating and heated debate from The View when they're going to discuss the reason that America is not voting for a female president. And it's absolutely entertaining because they're going to get into a heated debate because they disagree here. So let's not waste any time. Guys, hit the like button down below. It really helps the channel out. And of course, leave your opinions down there as well. Let's get straight into it.
Look what she's... So, former First Lady Michelle Obama was recently discussing her new book called The Look. I haven't read it. Have you read this book yet?
No.
Is it about her?
It's a lot of photos,
fashion.
too. It's
Fashion.
beautiful. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Anyway, she had this interview with actress Tracee Ellis Ross, Diana Ross's daughter.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And she was asked if she had any political aspirations. She's very popular, I think. She'd be great. Does she have any aspirations for her own in the future? Take a look what she said.
We saw in this past election, sadly, we ain't ready. That's why I'm like, don't even look at me about running, because you all are lying. You're not ready for a woman. You are not. So don't waste my time. You know, we got a lot of growing up to do. And there's still, sadly, a lot of men who do not feel like they can be led by a woman, and we saw it.
She's right, so stop nominating me.
No, but you feel like this is a conversation we've had around this
Well,
this
you know,
table.
Italy has a prime minister who's a woman. Iceland, many African countries in the Caribbean.
New Zealand.
Golda Meir from Israel, Indira Gandhi, India. Mexico has a Jewish woman running Mexico.
Yeah.
But we are the only country, I mean, there's hundreds of them.
But I respectfully disagree with the First Lady, who, by the way, has been just absolutely serving looks on this book tour. I don't think that we're not ready. I think when we look at the two candidates who were Democratic nominees, Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris, there's always sexism that plays in. They were flawed candidates. So Hillary Clinton, absolutely the most qualified
the men, wait a minute.
Let me explain myself.
The reason they're moaning is because the men are flawed, too.
Of course they are.
But it doesn't matter.
That's the sexism. You give a pass to men. But with Hillary Clinton, you know, highly qualified, but she was
the
somebody
problem.
who was...
That's one of the problems right there. They blame the voter instead of blaming themselves and their policies. They don't internally review themselves and what they believe in. They just said, oh, well, the men are misogynist. They're sexist. They don't want a female president. They're not ready to be led by a woman. Instead of just looking internally and saying, you know what are the policies that these men disagree with? Why is it that every time we present a progressive female that men tend to revolt? They don't ever ask that question, ever.
An anti-dynasty time. They wanted an outsider. She had decades of dirt on her that people felt from the Clinton era. Jeb Bush flamed out that cycle. People did not want
then how do you explain that she lost after Trump?
Love Kamala Harris, but she was not a great communicator. She was not the best female candidate we're ever going to see run for president.
And I would argue that
we haven't had them yet.
I would argue that
in
if
my
Michelle
lifetime
Obama ran, that she could win.
I agree with that.
And she could win today.
I agree.
When Kamala Harris was here, was it last month? In October, she came to talk about her book, 107 Days. During a commercial break, I actually asked her that question. Because at this table, you know, we've had conversations about if we want to win, they need to nominate a white man, and that's it. I mean, this is a conversation that people... Well, but I've heard you say it. I've heard you say it.
No, I think you three agree.
No, I don't agree. I don't agree. I've never said that. And I asked Kamala what her reaction was.
That's not...
And she said, hold on.
Don't put words in my mouth, all right?
Okay, well, let me tell you what she said. She said, I refuse to tell little girls, particularly little girls of color, that they are out of the game because just of who they are.
Yep. And I think reducing people...
That's great. I think that's very aspirational, and that's wonderful. But, you know, because of my lived experience as an Afro-Latina, I'm able to look at this world with a different prism, and I'm able to tell this country and tell this audience and tell my fellow co-hosts some uncomfortable truths. This is a country based on racism and slavery, and founded in it. There is systemic racism.
And misogyny.
And there are people that I've never met anyone that raises their hand and says, I am racist. However, there are people that seem to be able to look the other way when it comes to racism. So you have a president who traffics in misogyny, who traffics in xenophobia, who traffics in sexism.
And won.
And he won. And won against a black woman. So don't
This
tell
is a
me
tactic. This is a tactic, in my opinion, to force people to vote more progressive, because all of the things that they tend to point out that people are using as a reason not to vote for a leftist are things that are internal that you can't change. This is how she feels, right? Oh, racism, misogyny, sexism, homophobia, xenophobia, all of these things, right? You can't change that, but you can change policy. So instead of them changing policy, which they don't want to do, they want to push these far left extreme policies into the American people's throat. So instead of changing that, they're going to try to shame and guilt and belittle you into changing your mind, right? They won't internally look and say, you know what? It's probably because of our policies that these people don't want to vote for us. No, they're going to say, oh, these people just don't like us because we're women and because we're black and because we're gay and because we're immigrant and all these nonsense that you truly can't change about an individual. So instead of changing their policy, they're going to shame you. They're going to guilt you. They're going to belittle you into forcing you into agreeing with them. That's what this is. This is a tactic. This is not real. This is not, I don't truly believe that she feels this way at all. She's manipulative. She's conniving. That's the whole left, the Democrats. That's how they operate.
That this country is ready for a black woman. Don't tell me this country is ready
Also,
for
let's
a
face
woman.
it, Hillary
It is
Clinton was one of the most qualified people.
But she was
Well,
founded
can
by
I
the
finish this
women.
sentence? Let me finish my sentence.
Well, I got interrupted.
She's qualified. She's more qualified than any man she's run against, in my opinion.
Correct.
And she lost to a reality talk show host.
Qualifications are not what decide the presidency. Right now should tell us that.
That's right.
There's a lot
Agreed.
of factors that do. And she had years of, she was dragged down by her husband's baggage.
the Clinton
and the
part.
country
There's a
wanted
reason
an
why this country
outsider.
has only had one black male president. There's a reason
We will see
for
another
that.
black man and we'll see a female president in my lifetime. I will be
And a lot
back
of
in
people
Policy.
only 10 years to
Maybe
show
in your
you.
baby's life.
Yeah, so we're going to stop it right there. So there you have it. Now, here's the thing. America is not going to elect a woman president, not because she's a woman, or not because she's black, or not because she's LGBTQ, or all of these identity things that these leftists like to point out. It's not because of any of those things. It's because whenever they do run a female for president, 9 times out of 10, it is a progressive. It's a far left extreme progressive, somebody that believes in wide open borders, somebody that believes in defunding the police, somebody that believes in no restrictions on any abortions, or somebody that believes that men can be women and women can be men and you should be able to compete in any sports that you want to compete in, or that children should be able to mutilate themselves and have permanent sex change surgeries, right? All of these things are things that these female president candidates love and push and advocate for, right? Even Kamala Harris said something like, we should be providing taxpayer-funded transgender surgeries for prisoners, right? That was one of her policies that she supported. So it's not because America is not ready for a female president or a black female president or a gay female president. No. It's because every single time these political parties present a female candidate, it's always a far left extremist, right? This country is more conservative than it is progressive. So if the candidates that you present goes against the core values of the American people as a whole, they're not going to win general elections. Matter of fact, the further left that this political party, the Democrat political party, continues to go further left and turn into a more socialist communist party, the more general elections that they're going to use. The Democrat Party is just going to be a local party. They're going to win in these deep blue cities. They're not going to win any federal seats or general elections in major states and presidential candidacies or anything like that. It's just going to be for localized government that Democrats are going to win, like places like in New York City, LA and Oakland and places like that. So no, it's not because they're female. It's because they are too woke and too progressive. That's really my opinion. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Let's talk about this video in the comment section. Leave your opinions down below. And of course, if you're brand new, consider and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.